Good morning students, welcome to the class. See, today we are going to start the new chapter, that is Earth's 4 spheres. So, I want you to open your textbooks and be ready for the class. See, the name of the chapter is Earth's 4 spheres. The Earth has 4 spheres. Now we will see the names. See, first one is hydrosphere, atmosphere, lithosphere and biosphere. These are the 4 spheres of the earth. First one is hydrosphere, then atmosphere, lithosphere and biosphere. And in today's class we are going to discuss the 2 spheres, the first 2 spheres, that is hydrosphere and atmosphere. Yes. See students, the first sphere is hydrosphere. So we are going to see what all things comes under the hydrosphere. See, hydrosphere is that part of the earth which is covered with water. Hydro is referred to as water. That means the part of earth which is covered with water will come under hydrosphere. As you know, earth is a blue planet and it has most of the earth part is covered with water. So hydrosphere is the part where the water is existing. That means the water in all forms. Now we will see some more points. First one, it is the part covered with water. The same thing, hydrosphere is the part of the earth which is covered with water. Then water in all forms. See, when talking about hydrosphere, we will consider all the water forms. That means water present in oceans, water present in rivers, water present in lakes and other things. Like water is also present in what we say glaciers, water present in then underground water. That means the water present in all forms will come under hydrosphere. Then 71% of Earth's surface is covered with water. You might have seen the diagram of Earth. It is always shown as blue color because most of the Earth's surface is covered with water. And to do for showing the color of the water, we use blue color. And for that, from there we can understand that the Earth, the most part of the Earth is covered with water, and that percentage is 71%. Then moving on. See, 71% of Earth's surface is covered with water. That means we are going to discuss now about the Earth's percentage of water. Then out of total 97% is in oceans. The water that is present on the earth, from that 97% is in oceans. That means we cannot drink that water because the ocean water is salty. Then remaining 2% is in the form of ice. The 2% that is there, it is in the form of glaciers. And we only left with 1% of fresh water that can be drank. See, 97% is in oceans, 2% is in the form of ice and 1% is fresh water. Yes. See students, now we are going to discuss about the water cycle. So I want you to see on page number 43. There water cycle is given. As you can see in the picture, you can see the clouds formation, evaporation is there and a small pond. There what happens? See, when the sun rises, it releases heat. The water present in the sources will get evaporated. It will get evaporated. And the evaporated water will go up and form the clouds. The evaporated water will go up and form the clouds. When these clouds become heavy, when these clouds become heavy, they will fall in the form of rain. That means the water which was taken from the lakes or rivers by the evaporation, it again comes back to the earth's surface in the form of rain. This is water cycle. See, water is very important. We cannot live without water. Then we need water for many activities. First one is we need water for drinking, cooking, washing, bathing, cultivating, and also in industry. That means for every activity we need water. If there was no water, there could be no life. So water is very essential. Then in the oceans, you know that we get the seafood from the oceans. That means the water is helping us to survive on this earth, and it is the most important thing in our life. So this was about the hydrosphere. Now we will see what is atmosphere. See, it is the layer of gases. Atmosphere is the layer of gases which surrounds the earth. It is the layer of gases which surrounds the earth. Then it is a thin blanket of air. That means the blanket, we can say it is a kind of blanket of air which is surrounding the earth, and it is not very much thick, but it is thin. Then it protects us from harmful rays of the sun. You know that the sun is emitting heat and light. Various rays are coming to the earth, and along with that some rays are good and some rays are bad. So this atmosphere protects the earth from entering of the harmful rays of the sun. That means it is protecting us from the harmful rays of the sun. Yes, students, now we are going to discuss about the four layers of the atmosphere. As you can see in the picture there, the first layer is troposphere, second is stratosphere, then mesosphere and thermosphere. There, troposphere is the layer which is very near to our earth, then stratosphere, mesosphere and thermosphere. In troposphere you can see hot air balloons that is flying there. Then in stratosphere and troposphere, in between these two spheres, the aeroplanes fly. Then in mesosphere you can see the shooting stars. The shooting stars, or we can say the things that comes towards the earth, they only come up to the mesosphere, and they cannot come because it vanishes before entering into the other spheres. Then the thermosphere, it is the outermost sphere. Here you can see the rockets that is launched from the earth and other space things. As you can see there, rocket is shown, space station is there and other things. That means the space station is there. So all these things that moves around the earth, the satellites, the artificial satellites, they move around the earth, and it is in the thermosphere. So these are the four layers of atmosphere. As we discussed earlier, that atmosphere is a layer of gases, and there are two main gases present in the atmosphere. First one is nitrogen and second is oxygen. These are the most important gases of our atmosphere. The percentage of nitrogen is 78% and the percentage of oxygen is 21%. Nitrogen is very important for all the plants, and oxygen we all living things need, animals as well as human beings. Then the 1%, the 1% is comprising of carbon dioxide, then hydrogen, helium, argon and ozone. That 1% is all the different gases that are present in our atmosphere. So this is the percentage of gases present in our atmosphere. The gases, those are nitrogen, oxygen, carbon dioxide. These are the important gases in our atmosphere. Now we will see the presence of water vapor, the presence of water vapor in the atmosphere. See, as you know that the water gets heated up by the sun and it is present in the air in the form of water vapor. It determines the humidity in the atmosphere. The humidity that we feel, it is because of the presence of water vapor in the air. Then water, that means the water vapor, it varies from time to time. Sometimes the water vapor is more, sometimes it is less, and it determines the climate. That means it affects the climatic conditions. Then it controls the temperature. The water vapor present in the air, it controls the temperature of the earth. That means water vapor is very important as the other gases are important. So there, the atmosphere, this layer is also very important for us because for surviving we need air. Along with us, the plants, the animals, all these living organisms need air. So this was about today's class. We discussed the hydrosphere and the atmosphere. I hope you understood both these topics well, and if you find any doubt you can contact us. Then stay safe, stay at home. Thank you.